All right, welcome to Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News tonight. We got a cool show tonight, Jack. Got some announcements. Got some be made. But let's thank our marketing partners here. GAC, Great American Company. Papa John's for always providing pizza every week. Jack, I mean, he just loves to stay in pizza. He can't get enough of it. Yeah. Slinger Speed Company, your local t-shirt shop. Hit Tanya McAllister up with MPM Marketing if you're looking for some stuff to help you with your proposals or what have you, custom fire suits. Tanya's going to help us with our fire suit for the Miles sponsorship. So thank Tanya. Bonders Brothers Distillery. Robert Bonder, thank you, Robert, for being with us for so long. Langley Speedway. Bill, Chuck, Terry, thank you guys for always allowing, making this our home.
And while we're talking about that, Eddie Clark sent me a message today. I don't know if he sent y'all one. He sent me a message today. He saw Chuck and he said Chuck is looking good and doing very well. So
good deal, Chuck. Hang in there, buddy. Always thinking about Chuck. I texted him tonight at a banquet. The banquet went good, but
would have been better if he was there.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Pepsi, Mountain Dew is mine and Jack's drinking of choice. Mosquito Joe's. Get 50% off on your first month of service between Hampton to Richmond or Newport News to Richmond. Or if you want to know about traveling around in trains, I understand.
Yeah.
Fast Eddie's Barbecue. We'll hit Eddie Clark up. Thanks, Eddie, for providing our food for the sponsorship package that we give away to 20 people. Appreciate that. Factory Canopies with Todd Davis. Todd, thanks, buddy, for donating a tent and some chairs for our sponsorship guy. Hit Todd up if you want a custom 10x20 tent for your race team. Miles of Seamless Gutter. Thanks to Miles for putting up the money for our silly ideas.
Tell me about it.
Let's see what we got there. Oh, you got a
really cool logos there, Jack.
Yeah. Sammy Gator with Frontline Performance Race Fuel Parts and Lubrications. It's the hottest fuel at Langley Speedway, just so you know. It may or may not pass tech, but it will win a championship. PPS, Paquette Power Solutions. Looked like he's been busy. I've seen him. He had trucks pulled up, installing.
He wants to know where his lunch is.
His lunch. My lunch. He owes me lunch.
I ain't getting into
We'll
that.
have Keith on the show.
No, we don't want to be all fighting.
It's wherever you're taking us, Keith. I'm saying everybody goes to lunch with Keith. Somehow Keith gets out the free lunch out of the deal.
I know.
I got to figure out what a secret is.
All right, let's do some news real quick. In the Cup Series, Ryan Blaney got the win this week.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness Reddick didn't win again. In the O'Reilly Series, Justin Allgaier got the win, and I thought that was a pretty good race there.
Mm-hmm. It was.
In the ARCA Series, Carson Brown got the win. In the same car that Butterbean run last year, he gets the win this year too. So.
At play where Brendan almost won it, should have won it, got roughed up on half a lap to go there at Phoenix last year.
Down at Anderson, South Carolina, the Smart Mods were down there. Danny Bone got the win down there. And Connor Hall finished 9th in his first time in a modified. I thought that was pretty cool that he did finish in the top 10.
Hey, congratulations, Connor. I guess he's doing some stuff with Nice Motorsports. We got some truck races and do some crew chiefing and running some late models. And
yeah, he's gonna be around everywhere. All right, down in Hickory this past weekend, in the truck series at Hickory, Michael Bumgardner got the win. In the late models, Michael Bumgardner got the win. In the Carolina Pro late models, TJ Moon got the win. Limited late models, Graham Holler got the win. And the thing about Graham Holler's win, did you see where he bought the car the night before?
No.
He bought the car from somebody the night before the race. The guy came over and brought some duct tape and they put it on for a number on the side of the car. He went out and won the race.
Who was the kid? Did he wonder? What was the kid that the car went in the pool at the hotel? And
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And did he win?
He
the race?
won. Yeah, he come back and won the race.
I mean, the car completely got submerged in the pool. They had to get a wrecker out there to get it out. And yeah.
So anyway, yeah, Graham Holler got the win in a car he didn't have the night before. Said they stayed out there and worked on it until about 2 a.m, putting things in it they used to get done. Said the guy come and put a duct tape on it and they were ready to race. So, and that was a pretty good deal. In the street stocks, Cody DeMarmos got the win down there. At Montgomery, the Modifieds of Mayhem, Caden Honeycutt got the win. In the Alabama 200 late model for the Stars Tour or whatever, that's not the whatever. I don't know what the new division is. Jake Finch got the win, so that's a pretty big deal for him. Down at Southern National, all I got was champions. The champions for the whole week. Matt Cox was the late model champion. The Charger champion was Rusty Daniels. The Legends champion was Case James. And the mini stocks was Robert Arch. And that was pretty good because he beat AJ Sanders. And AJ Sanders has been winning mini stock races for the last couple of years. Down at Caraway Speedway, they had their season opener down there. The limited late models, Dylan Ward got the win and just barely beat Laney Bice for the win. In the Charger, Isaac Harris. The 602 mods was Ryan Flores, and the mini stocks was AJ Sanders. And it was also announced this week that Myatt Snyder is going to be in the Barrett Cope number 30 in the O'Reilly series this week. And I think that's a pretty big deal for him because he filled in. Was he filled in the week before for
Coda?
Yeah.
Nope.
So he got him a ride.
Been busy.
So anyway, all right. Let's get our two
News.
Yeah, let's break some news in here and get some people over here. We'll let Rick go in the middle, or you can go in the
I'm
middle.
the shortest. So
I think the chairs will level out. Yeah.
I'm the shorter one. So yeah. Rick, there you go. Now I'm perfect height with Rick.
All right, well, what we're going to do is we're going to let Rick introduce the man that's going to help you out this year with sponsorship. So
Absolutely, yeah. Since the last time I was on the show, a lot's changed. And one of the biggest things is that those compadres, sorry, man, tacos and
Taqueria, Mauriceria.
I will learn that, I promise.
I got you.
But Edgar Rivera, he's come on board. He's gonna be with us all season long, and I'm super excited to have him. Great family, great company, delicious food.
Thank you.
The best Mexican food I've ever had. I've been to many Mexican restaurants around the world, so I'm not lying. Head over here to Los Compadres and get you some of the top-notch food that these guys are serving up.
So, and it's close to the racetrack, right?
It is on the street. So what is it? 2 minutes. I made it in 2 minutes.
Not even 2 minutes. Well,
I mean, probably,
The way you drive, it's less than a minute. The way you drive, yeah.
peel out the parking lot, turn left, and it's right down there on the right.
So how did this come about that the two of y'all got together?
So Jake Kennedy, I guess they've been long-time friends. He
I'm sorry.
he gave me a call. And he's like, "Hey man, I got this opportunity for you. You got to come meet this guy. I think you two are gonna hit it off real well." And he wasn't wrong. So went up there, had some dinner with Jake, and met Edgar. And I think we were there probably 3.5 hours. I don't remember. It was quite a while.
So what stirred you into wanting to get involved with racing?
Since we've started the restaurant, and I mean remodeling it, I wasn't aware of the neighborhood. I wasn't aware that the racetrack was here, the Speedway was here. I wasn't aware of NASA, of course, and the area. People started coming over and telling me about it. Little after that, I met Chuck. Chuck started being happy that, you know, we were there location wise and everything. So Chuck was excited. He wanted me to, you know, be around more often and so forth. There was other racers or other companies or whatnot that approached me, and it wasn't the time. I just felt it's nothing, you know, that I didn't want to. It just wasn't the time. It was too early for us to, you know, to take on, you know, sponsorship, you know, sponsoring a car and things like that. And we've already been open for close to 2.5 years.
Okay.
So now 2 seasons have passed. This is going on the 3rd season since we've been around. And Matt introduced me, and it, like he says, it was one of those things where this guy's a nice guy, and he's just like me.
Who's a nice guy?
You're
talking about Rick. I'm sorry.
Talking about Rick. We're talking about Rick this time. We're
Rick.
talking about Rick.
It's hard for this guy to understand.
Yeah. But I mean, Matt was right. You know, our personalities alike. We, I want to say we've talked about it. We wear our heart on our shoulder and on our sleeve, and you know, we try to help out as many as we can, make a difference, pretty much. And when he approached me about the project, it was the great opportunity for me to remove myself a little more from the restaurant and let them do their thing. And of course, I said yes. Let's do it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have to say, you know, Rick is a pretty good fellow. I mean, you know, you just have to, you know, you have to know him a little while to be able to figure that out. But he is a pretty good fellow. I mean, he's a role model to my grandson in a lot of ways. And
We're not sure why.
You know, let's figure it out. I mean, he ate some tacos, so I kind of liked him after that.
But the grilled cheese, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So
stuff.
you got good grilled cheeses over there, huh?
So here's the story about the restaurant. Okay, if you say Mexican restaurant, you're gonna think about all the Mexican restaurants in the area, correct?
Mhm.
There is, you know, there's Mexican restaurant, there's Mexican grill, bar and grill, and such and such. We are in the category of taqueria. What does that mean? That we specialize in tacos,
Okay.
Mexican style seafood, Mexican food, Mexican fast food. Everything that you can grab with your hand and eat, like burritos. Burritos are meant for you to grab with your hand
Okay.
and eat, not with filling with all kinds of cheese.
So we've been eating it wrong.
You've been sorry, sorry. I'm here to bust that bubble. But anyhow, we are the different type of Mexican restaurant from that the area provides. Now there's a lot more in the area, but I thought, you know, why not? Let's try it and see how it works. And due to the military and many people from outside of Virginia, California, Arizona, you know, Chicago, Texas, they know what we are because they have many of my type of restaurants over where they're from.
Okay.
So it was easy for them to recognize a lot of the food and food that they missed. So with that said, we are also a Mexican style seafood restaurant. We were in the Pocosan Seafood Festival last year. Hopefully we'll be here again. And we've been very, very blessed on the reaction of the neighborhood and the surrounding businesses. Like I said, NASA, Langley, the Speedway. And this year, hopefully, we are going to be more involved with the Langley Speedway that we can, you know, introduce to many of the people that come from outside of the I want to say the 7 cities, Hampton Roads or the peninsula, where they could actually see, you know, what we're talking about.
You buy some of your seafood from Bill too?
From Bill? No, I actually have my I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings,
Yeah.
but I have my good friend. He's from Angry Pirates, the Smiths. I get my oysters from him. He's a really good friend of mine. I love to support small businesses.
Sure you do.
I love to support, you know, people that wanna that are just like me in a way. We wanna. The rich people are already rich. We're not. We're just trying to survive and live a little bit better.
Sure, yeah.
My passion is tacos. His passion is racing, and I want to back him up on the racing part. And just as much. Yeah. Just that much.
So the fastest taco in Hampton Road.
Exactly. So with that said, just real quick, we do a little bit of we do different things. Like he mentioned, a grilled cheese sandwich. We turned it with birria. Birria is very popular right now. So there's birria pizza, Mexican pizza. There's birria.
What is birria?
God, birria is a traditional dish from Jalisco, the state of Jalisco. It's usually goat meat, but we adopted a beef at one point in Mexico, so that's what we decided to do. It is very tasty. It's like a slow cook for 4 to 5 hours. We make anywhere from 80 pounds every 2 to 3 days, depending on how busy we are. But we definitely sell from the grilled sandwiches to tortas to tacos to you name it. We have it. It's like 10 different items of birria, along with everything else that we have. So many things.
What did you do before this restaurant?
I was in the printing industry.
Wait, wait, how do you go from printing? You can make it everybody's menus. You're like, hey, I need to get into the restaurant business.
I used to make all them labels. I was a press operator for Flexographic. So all the labels from all the meats, packagings for Smithfield and things like that, we used to make them. So then there's another company that they went out of business already. They got bought out. But we used to make the medical packaging and food packaging for different types of food. And one day somebody approached me and said, hey, how about, we start, this Mexican restaurant. I went ahead and took my chances, and here we are. It's Mexican food that I missed from growing up. So that's what I created. It was hard for me to find what I like. A lot of the area has a lot of Americanized, you know what I mean? So more traditional, like mom's cooking. We have a soup that it reminds me so much of my mom, which is albondigas. It is delicious. It's like a meatball soup. And that's what I wanted to show the area. It's enough of, you're used to what the area provides.
You came to the right place because me and Jack, we're very influenced by food.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
As you can tell from our shape.
I can tell.
We have
We're food connoisseurs.
we know where to go to get it.
There you go. There you go.
Actually, Ricky Roberts already said, Jack, tell Scott to wipe his mouth. He's drooling. So what got you into the restaurant?
The restaurant,
But
it
you said you
just
missed the
taking
food,
a
yeah.
chance, missing the food. I love to cook. I always had marinated meat in my fridge. So many of my friends knew that I had that. So the late nights were, hey, where do we hang out? How about your house? They knew I had meat for tacos already, just for me to take it out, cook it, and then prepare it. And that's what pretty much got me into, the chances there, let me take it, and boom, here we are.
So it's been good. Good enough that you're going to open a second location?
It has been great. Like I said, I want to thank Picosin. They have been very, very, very supportive since the beginning. We actually sponsor their football team. We do a lot of sponsoring for the high school, and a lot of the team, a lot of the youth. So it's giving back to the community what the community helps us out and everything. We have been very successful, yes, and we are about to open our second location in Newport News.
Well, that's great,
So
man.
I've already hit him up too. So.
Yeah,
Because business is hard. I've been
It's very
in
hard.
automotive business.
it's very hard.
and it's not easy. People think it is. And open a second location, man. Congrats to you.
Thank you.
And not only congratulations, we appreciate it. And I think everybody out there should go support you
Thank you.
because you're going to support us.
Thank
right?
you. I
And-
definitely
and-
am. I definitely am. Like I said, I love to support, and I don't do it for nothing in exchange. It's just me, my natural habitat. So Rick, like I said, I met him, and it was naturally for me to say, let's do it.
Mhm.
When he told me about you, I said, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just me in a personal level, and
What's the hours over there?
the hours here Monday through Thursday, we open at 11 and we close at night in the evening. But there's a catch. Before anybody's probably, they're on their way to work or whatnot. We open the drive-through because it is the old Hardee's building. So
Yeah,
there is
yeah.
the drive-through window.
Yep.
So from 6 a.m. to 9, we open the drive-through window. One of my cooks gets over there and one of my girls, and they open just for breakfast burritos and breakfast tacos.
Dang,
Wow.
that's got to be the only guy in town doing that, right?
I want to say we
Wow.
are the only ones in the 7 cities that do that.
Yeah.
Starting at 6 a.m.
Well,
Nothing but
breakfast and a
breakfast
drive-through.
tacos.
I don't know any Mexican restaurant's got a drive-through.
No, none. We are the first ones, and I'm taking advantage of that.
Well,
Yeah,
I tell
that
you
is
what,
cool.
I tell you what, I think it's great what you're doing for him and helping us and helping the track and everybody here.
Yeah.
We think it's really cool that you're doing that and being a part of it. Hopefully,
Thank
we're
you.
going to see you out here just about every week out here at the racetrack that that you're here with him.
That is my
He said he's going to need a pit crew, and you coming out to pit the car when he gets a flat.
Let him know. Tell him what I told you. Tell him what I told
He
you.
said, anything you need to get me away from here. He's like, you need
Be like,
people, I got
Saturday, sorry guys, I gotta go.
No,
He needs a tire guy.
Exactly. So I get kicked out of the restaurant because, of course, being in my shoes, it's different. I want everything perfect, and I might stress, everybody out. Where they as soon as walk in, we're good. You can go home now.
Like, I hear the car's over lately. It's time for you to go.
In other words, they don't want you to stress them out.
That's exactly right.
So what they're doing now is they can come over and help out Rick. So we're good.
Yeah, we'll talk
But
about
before we let Rick go, and Rick,
it. Hi, Edgar.
you got
Hello.
an announcement to make about something you're doing that I think is really cool. So let's
Yeah, so small special announcement. Well, it's not really small, it's pretty big. I'm asking for a lot of support for this one. You guys see I'm wearing a pink shirt. So we've chosen, my wife and I, to sell these pink shirts. We're not selling them just for any reason. Not many people know, but she's put it out on Facebook now and stuff like that. My sister has recently beaten breast cancer. She's not out of it yet, but she's done all her chemo treatments and she's now doing the surgeries and the recoveries and stuff like that. But because of the cancer and how rough it's been on her, she hasn't been able to work. So that puts a lot of responsibility on my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is an absolute amazing gentleman. He bends over backwards for his kids, my wife. He's a better man than I am. So with that, we're going to sell these T-shirts, and 100% of the proceeds that I make are going to go to my sister. So the shirts cost me roughly $15 to $17, depending on the size, of course. And then I'm going to sell them for $25. So everything over the cost from the T-shirt to the emblems and stuff like that is going straight to her. She doesn't know. So this is breaking for her.
Shh, don't tell her.
No. The point of this. So she's watching. So
Is she watching?
Yeah, so she's watching. At least she's supposed to be. So if not, she'll catch it on the backside or the flip side. Is a lot of
Yeah,
people
well,
say.
I'll take an extra large.
Okay.
Maybe one day I'll get down to the large. But I might have to stay away from the restaurant.
You met me, so I don't think you. I don't think you are.
Like, they're gonna be like, I thought you were trying to lose some weight, Scott. What are you doing?
I've already told him about our shirts, so we're gonna get some shirts too. So that's really cool that you're going to do that and put that effort out there. I think
Yeah.
that's
Good cause.
Again, it says a lot for you. I mean, I already knew you were a good guy. Don't let it get out. that I
For a
said
white guy, he's all right.
Thanks. Cancer's been a major pain in the butt for my family, and this one here was too close for comfort. So I want to help her out the best I can. I'm not always able to be there for her, but I feel being able to ease the financial burden for them a little bit through your guys' help and support will be huge. So buy your shirts. I make them myself. As I get the orders in, I'll order the T-shirts. I'll make the shirts, and then we'll either arrange to get them picked up or I'll mail them.
I got there's a message on here. Brandy Marshall said, Rick, get with me. I can help you out if needed.
Yeah, if somebody says they remotely might want a shirt, Brandy will be on it.
I'm good with that.
And also, we could use the restaurant for midpoint. They can come get them there if anything. So
Come get the shirt. Come get some
the shit and
tacos.
everything. Yep.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
And we're also and just because of that, I'm not just taking advantage of whatnot, but there is also something that we could actually collaborate to help out as well. So call me in for that as well.
Okay.
All
that's
right,
awesome.
we'll talk about it, how we can do maybe a spirit night or night specially for all the the funds, we get a percentage and everything from the sales from that day, we can go ahead and donate.
That
as
would be
well.
amazing.
And tell you what we like to do is that, but I'm sure you got Wi-Fi and everything there.
Yes.
We like to come and do a show at your, if you don't have a problem with that. we
It
come
will
and-
be my pleasure.
Is there gonna be tacos?
We got.
Okay, all right, we're good, Jack. We're good.
I was actually gonna. We got packed right now. Thank God. Like I said, we are very blessed in the location. So we were slammed, and that's why I'm late. I was trying to help up, but then I realized, you know what, I gotta go. So I left everybody kind of
They
hanging.
probably felt better.
They probably felt better. Yeah, you're right. But I was gonna bring you guys, which I owe, and now that you mention it, I will definitely do it when you're there. But I was gonna surprise you with one of our Mexican pizzas, and I
Oh.
noticed because you got Papa John's here.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna, if you came in with something, I was just gonna shove that in the floor.
Yeah.
I didn't say that because they do supply pizzas for several years, but
No, you're good. But I think it was gonna be shoving on the floor.
Anyway, well, I know Rick's got to get going, and we appreciate you coming
No,
and being
thank
with
you.
us
Thank
today.
you.
It's been nice,
I appreciate you.
and we appreciate the fact that you're being here and
Part
being
of-
part of
part of
Langley
the
Speedway.
family here.
So it's really cool. So,
Thank you.
Thank you,
Anyway.
everybody.
no, thank you. Thanks, Edgar.
It
Really
was
appreciate
great.
your
No,
story,
no.
man. Good luck.
We appreciate you.
We got to come up with a slogan, man, with like the fastest taco in Langley,
Yeah,
or,
that's right.
or something. Taco truck.
The-
We can make delivery on the side.
we can put by the way, I will be here 5 days out of the whole season,
Okay.
including the what is it, Hampton Heat, what is it, the Derby.
the car store race.
It was gonna be 5 total that we are gonna be here selling tacos. So
Oh,
FYI, be
cool.
looking out for us because we are definitely gonna come over
Well,
and sell tacos and burritos for
that's
you.
really
Oh,
great.
that's cool.
That's great.
That's great.
But our
So
slogan
got
is
you,
gonna
huh?
be, he got me. Yeah. And he also got my buddy at 64 Roofing, which I'm wearing his hat. They were today at the restaurant and we're talking and everything. So, but our slogan is eat more tacos.
There you go.
And we'll make sure that gets out there.
No doubt about that.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys
Thank
being
you,
here.
guys.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Look, I'll talk to you again soon.
I told you not to give him until I go.
Thanks, man. All right.
And you'll have a busy season.
Let's get Brandon on here. I know he's sitting there waiting on us.
All right, let's do one of our.
Hello, I'm Eric Enyart, and you're watching Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News with Scott Allen and Adam Welbrock.
What's up, Brandon? How you doing, man?
Man, after hearing about them tacos, I'm hungry.
Right? I mean, that must get better than have a food sponsor, right?
That's right. Oh my gosh, you ain't kidding. Hey, we got some really good food here. Little famous bologna burgers here too. We'll do it. We'll do a trade. How about that?
That's right.
Well, Brandon, the reason why I wanted to get you on is that you got your season's getting ready to get started, and I was like to see what all you got going on this year. I mean, it looks like you've got a lot on the table.
We do. How long you got? I mean, we'll start on March 21st here. Just a couple weeks away, less than 2 weeks away now. Starting the season off, URW Race Day, King of the Modifieds, the Smart Modified Tour's new crown jewel in its 3rd year. Our Hitachi late models and the Southern Ground Pounders. I mean, that this race alone is in and of itself growing so much and is going to be a huge deal. But you add on the fact that Elliott Sadler's coming out of retirement to run a modified for what he says is the first time in his life that he's ever going to run a modified. And then you have Lee Pulliam, who needs, no qualification, no introduction, no nothing. He's come back and he's been this close to winning in these races since he's come back recently. And he is coming to run our 100-lap late model stock car race against a weekly field that I would put up against anybody, man. And it is just so freaking cool that we have the season starting with that. So let's start there. Let's talk about that first.
Yeah. I mean, what about Lee, man? I mean, he has finished second in the last how many races? I mean, although he's got to feel good, but then aggravated as hell in the same sentence, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. I think he finished second in the Cars Tour race at Southern National, second at Martinsville, and one of the best races you'll ever see ever. I know across the finish line, I think third at Florence or earlier this year. I think it was after coming up from 18th. I mean, think about that. Like I've never, I've done iRacing and a bunch of stuff. I've never, been in a stock car before, but think about the muscle memory and the things that he had to go through to just, be out of the seat for that long and then come back and be that freaking good. Yes. So, the whole state of Virginia should be, excited about this, and Lee's potential of coming and running again. That leads to the potential, I don't know his schedule. I don't know anything that he's doing after this, besides obviously the O'Reilly series race at Martinsville, which is going to be ridiculous. But as far as late models go, he could run the Triple Crown. Like he could keep, run your Cars Tour race, our Cars Tour race. So we're really, really excited about that too. And it's just really cool.
Yeah, I think his plans are to run as many of those as he can. So I think that's a pretty good deal for him. So what else have we got going on in South Park?
So obviously we got a packed schedule this year. I mean, we don't. I know Chuck always gives me hell. He's like, y'all just take half the time off. So because Langley's schedule is so weekly essentially. We got racing every other week essentially from March through October. Our season ends mid-September. Obviously, we can start with the headliner, the Thunder Road Harley Davidson 200, the kickoff of the Triple Crown, which obviously you all know a little bit about. Yep. That's last year with Flow Racing's involvement and up in the purse for the championship and stuff like that was super cool. We had some fantastic racing all across the board. And I think with our collaboration with the 3 tracks, I think talking to Bill Mullis, he's like, it's as good as it's ever been across the board with NASCAR. And I think we've going to have some really cool stuff planned. It's America 250, obviously. It's our 4th of July race, fireworks off the track. That's going to be just absolutely ridiculous. And then to essentially bookend the season, we got the modifieds, we got the Thunder Road 200. The Cars Tour Championships coming back to South Boston for the first time in several years too, and with the Cars Tour's popularity, Kip and Dale and their trust in us to put on a great show. I mean, that we couldn't ask for anything better to end our season. And I was on co-hosted with Ward Burton the other day doing the Crossroads with the Burtons podcast. They asked me to come on because we're about this close to having the Crush 250 back as well with them in November. So they got to secure some stuff up on their end, and then it's full go with that race too. So, but as far as all of those races, those marquee events, crown jewels, we couldn't be more excited about those. But there's no reason that fans shouldn't come out to our now it's NASCAR Local Racing Series powered by O'Reilly Auto Parts. All right, I got that right. Our regular local series racing as well. I mean, right now I'm counting the potential of 10 to 12 regulars to run for a championship potentially. If everything goes right, we know how all of that goes. Peyton Sellers setting the championship record last year and returning. Bobby McCarty, Andrew Grady running with us. Landon Pembleton, your Martinsville's winner of last year now, and winning that for the second time. As far as NASCAR local series goes, we've got in my feeling along with you guys over at Langley, of course, but I think we got the best show in town.
Yep. Let me ask you a question. I mean, when you look at the state of racing throughout the country, why, in your mind, would you say Langley, South Boston, they're the cream of the crop? I mean, it seems like those 2 tracks have people here regardless. I mean, that's the way it is. And other tracks are having problems. Some other tracks are having problems with that.
I mean, we got national titles coming out of these 2 racetracks. I mean, we're very fortunate.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, obviously I can't speak for the other folks in their situations, you know, because everybody has your own struggles. Yeah, everybody's got your own thing, the things that they deal with and issues. Speaking for us on a positive side, I think it comes with, number one, our staff is second to none. We've got such a competent, and I'm gonna rattle them off right now: Jeff Bomar, Jenny Hicks, Paul Burnham, our broadcast producer, is doing our social media now. Joe Chandler, best PR in the business. Jim Geis and Melissa Wilborn, all our full-time staff. They are just freaking superstars. And that matters, of course, when you have camaraderie and chemistry and competent people doing things that they're supposed to be doing. It just reflects in all the work, and then it trickles down to, hey, I want to race with you guys. Hey, you're doing this right. We're doing our promotions right. We're doing our championship right with Hitachi and Empower coming back for our big championship bonus, you know, wanting cars to show up and show we care about them. And so we can't discount the Mattioli family and Nick Igdowski, that whether it's the support from their family, or just the fact that I can text them with anything that I need, and they've got these great answers for us. All the bases are covered here, so people will just want to flock to South Boston and run with us, and it keeps us healthy.
Brandon, who's the guy when you had? I mean, besides the Mattioli family, who's the person that you lean on the most?
Oh man, with advice, it is Nick. He's been here, done that, all the stuff. But honestly, the whole superstar of the entire facility here is Jeff Bomar. And when you say lean on, it's not necessarily I'm leaning on him, for advice or anything about how to do my job. It's just a simple fact that I'll put it this way: I've never seen anybody care more about a place than he does about this place, going above and beyond. Right now, they're out there hanging wall badges on the side of the wall and probably about ready to turn the lights on tonight. Like, his expertise here at the Speedway, all the stuff that I didn't know when I came in for this job 2.5 years ago, you're just a wealth of knowledge. So I would say that if he wasn't here on a day-to-day basis, like we would need 3 or 4 people to replace him.
So how is the stress on you? Now we all know that your previous general manager there, Kathy Rice,
big shoes.
She did a great job at South Boston Speedway. There's no doubt about it. How tough was it you come in there and have to fit into that situation, and you hit it out of the park? I mean, you're doing everything.
It had to be kind of intimidating at first, honestly.
Woo! I didn't know Kathy personally before I moved here and got this job. I remember, you remember Chase Brashears, who was a fantastic general manager in between for a few years, in his own right. Like, he took me to dinner to Kathy's house. The first time I really sat down with Kathy and talked to her, besides say a phone conversation or anything like that. And her and Alan couldn't have been more welcoming and giving advice and just as cordial as they possibly could be. And that cured a little bit of the anxiety and the pressure, because she's a text message. I could text her right now, and I bet she'd text me back in 5 seconds. So a wealth of knowledge there. But coming in, yeah, of course, you hear the name Kathy Rice, even if you just followed like top level NASCAR at the Cup Series level, you heard the name Kathy Rice because of the job that she did here at South Boston Speedway, kind of, permeated through, the messaging, and it was pressure at first, but knowing that she was in my corner helped out a whole lot.
Yeah. And another thing about Kathy is, like, she's just as much as a NASCAR fan also. She's just as big of a fan as she was, general manager over there. And if you get to know her, you know where Chris gets his personality from.
That's exactly right, man. There's nobody that I know of that has more energy than Chris Rice.
I'd like to have a little bit of it.
So yeah, you're right. We filmed the Race for the Seat TV show finale here over the course of 4 days, and of course they had their group here. And if you watch the TV show, you kind of saw it. But Chris's energy is just like that in person. Like you see him on social media, you see him like he's just like that. And so Kathy he still has that fire and energy when you talk to her about stuff. She'll say things to me like to just to test my preparation sometimes too. And both her and Chris, getting to know them both has just been really, really cool.
Well, it's really good that you're doing so well and still have Paul Burnham there with you.
He was like, can you go? Can I come up with you and talk to Jack? I'm like, I'll tell him you said hi, and he's like, yeah, tell him I said hi.
Back to work, buddy.
Yeah. You hang him signs, but no, I tell you, I got to be, Chase hired Paul as the broadcast producer, and I got to, and Adam, this, what a racing nerd Paul is, and just a nerd's nerd that Paul is. Well, I'll tell you a little secret. I'll tell you a little secret. I'm the same way. Like I'm a nerd's nerd when it comes to racing, especially. So Paul and I got to be friends like immediately. And it just so happens that through, Jalen Blanks, who did a phenomenal job with our social media last year, Paul moved back from being elsewhere. He came back here and it just kind of a perfect storm happened where Paul's skill set matched up with exactly what we needed on a day-to-day basis when it comes to content. And he can also produce the broadcast, and it just worked out perfectly. So Paul's an interesting cat, and I love him, and I'm glad that he's here with us because he will do anything for the Speedway, and he'll do anything for you too.
And I talked to him at Southern National, and he's excited about being back at South Boston, and he and I were talking about it, and I think it's really cool. And don't tell him I said he's good at what he does.
He knows he's good at what he does. Don't you worry about that.
Hey, I got to give a shout out. Yeah, Timmy Terrell said to Kathy Rice as a class act. Shout out to Timmy, Minnie Tyrell's dad. Talk about the drive for the seat, him winning it. Couldn't be a nicer kid. I say he's kid. I mean, I don't think he's grown very much as height-wise. He's been the same height his whole life, it seems like. But great family. I know I've reached out to Tim, Minnie's dad, a couple of times, and Tim's in the automotive business and got some advice from him. And Timmy, tell Minnie to get a hold of us. We'd love to have him on the show and talk about his thing there. I mean, that was a cool event. I know we talked to a few guys at Southern National that went through it and what that process was like. And I think they couldn't have picked a better guy out of that group, honestly. Or at least, I'm a little biased because I know him, but certainly a great kid.
100%. Like I knew Minnie, like dabbling and doing car store social media a few years ago before I got this gig. Being around those guys. Minnie is as advertised, just as nice as you could possibly imagine. Hell of a wheelman. It was fun to watch. Like we were just standing there watching this all go down behind the scenes, and then obviously, like me personally, it was either Minnie or Trevor. Of course, Trevor Ward, who runs with us. You can't help but root for Trevor, but if it was anybody else, it was Minnie all the way because I've known him so long. And I think what Chris and them are doing with this the Ram team. I screwed up like one of the commercials that they did on the TV show. the Ram team, it feels like it's like righting wrongs that racing has become as of late. You've got Butterbean racing for them, who is there on merit, who is there on talent, and you've got Minnie, who is there, has been earned. He was given a shot through the TV show, but earned that shot through that whole process, and because he's a hell of a race car driver, not necessarily about how much money he brings to the table for whatever reason. And that's it's a whole different discussion, and not to disparage anybody like that, but the old school race fans now in the truck series have some folks to root for, and it's really freaking cool.
It is really cool, especially for us how close we are with Butterbean to see how he's gone and done what he's done, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more, man.
And you got to give Minnie a shout out on their team too, just because we're kind of praising them here. When you run the car store and you can win races at the car store with your own team, that's something, because you're running against guys that they have a guy that does this for a living, but you're still competing against big teams with a lot of financial backing, and to be able to somewhat compete with those guys is a pretty big accomplishment to have your own team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like the backing that some of those teams have is top tier NASCAR level, and he wins the $30,000 race last year. Could have won several more that he was running up front, and a couple things go different. He could have done that too. So just a really impressive human and a really impressive driver. And like I said, that team, they got the right driver, and I hope that once he because I think they've baby stepped him into these first couple races. Yeah. Once he quote unquote figures that out, like I hope that he just keeps ascending like Butterbean is.
Yeah. Well, and I think he will, because like I've watched some of the YouTube videos that they've been putting out about following Minnie, and you can tell that he, and I don't mean this in a bad way, that he's a little disappointed on how it's turned out, right? But it's to be expected, right?
Sure, absolutely. No practice whatsoever. He gets in that ARCA car at Daytona,
Well, even a couple of other races, they had no practice. First time on the track at Atlanta was qualifying. And still to run, I think 20th or 21st or whatever it was there. I love that he's disappointed with it, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, dude, this is a whole different game, and he's going to do fine. And I hope the future is bright for him. And I think I heard Chris say, and I don't know this to be fact, that I think that drive for the seat is going to come back. I think that's going to continue from what I've heard. So I think that's such a cool thing to give these late model guys an opportunity, or not just late model, but local guys that don't have the funding to do it, like a Trevor Ward or, everybody in that whole class that doesn't have the funding to do it, but it gives them an opportunity and puts them on the map.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, like, honestly, like even the drivers that may not have even done so well on the track in there, I know how good Trevor Ward is behind the wheel of a race car. Mm-hmm. This close to beating Peyton Sellers for the championship at South Boston Speedway. The final race goes different. He's a champion at South Boston Speedway. He didn't do that great on the track in the show, but the notoriety that comes with being a part of that, cannot hurt that at all. And we're going to, as promoters and stuff, we're obviously going to lead into that and try to, humanize Trevor, because we know how freaking good of a race car driver he is and what a awesome human being he is as well.
Yeah. Well, I think that the whole pressure of the show, affects people differently. And I did love the little part where they told Manny, why does it seem like you seem like a used car sales guy? And he's like, there's a used car sales guy. And I wanted to go look up some of those videos that he had done back in the day, and they are hilarious. And I love.
I don't know. I've seen those.
Oh, I don't know. He may have took them down, but he's got some pretty sort of selling car commercials. And then he picked Timmy up at school one time and dressed in this. I'm not going to say anymore, but it's really funny. I love it.
Well, Brandon, we appreciate you being with us tonight, and good luck to you and everybody down there for the season coming up, and we can't wait to see you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Can I do a final sales pitch before I leave you guys?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. So again, March 21st, we kick off the season, Saturday at 2 p.m. That Saturday at 2 p.m. Not this one, the next one. With Elliott Sadler, Lee Pulliam, and an incredible event. Tickets $20. SouthBostonSpeedway.com. Kids 12 and under are free, as always, and you can get all your tickets, race day information. Again, if you go look at our website, Paul redid our website for us, and now it looks awesome too. So go get your tickets at SouthBostonSpeedway.com. Enjoy the experience while you're there. Enjoy the experience while you're here, and come see us this season. We can't wait.
Well, we'll be there. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you guys so much for having me. We love you. Love you guys. Can't wait to come down and see you all at some point this year.
All right, man.
Hey, buddy. We'll
talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
See? Oops. Yeah. That's why they're good out there. See, they give positive reinforcement. We don't give that around here.
They do a lot of great stuff. I want to give a shout out to
each other a hard time.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Scott Shive and Kyle Haney. Their team on the mics, they do a great job. They are two awesome dudes. I think
And that's
Brandon left him off his list.
and that's pretty cool that they're like that, and even working with Paul.
And they have to work with Paul. Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
Just like that.
But, anyway.
Timmy said thank you for the kind words. Said he'll get many to reach out to us and to see how the opportunities change his life. I can't imagine the life change of that. You know, I mean, getting to live your dream, right?
Oh, God,
You
it's gotta
know,
be a-
All right, let's get Wesley on here. I know he's sitting there waiting, and you know, this is a busy person here. We can't hold him along.
Wesley?
Yeah.
Popular guy.
Hey, Jack, this is Robbie Parker, your favorite driver. And everybody out there, you're watching the Jack Dodson Show with the Scott Allen and Adam Wellbrock.
Don't pay attention to that guy. Just goes on there. Fruitful fella too much. But anyway, hey Wesley, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, guys. I hope y'all can hear me. I completely forgot that I was committed to a, maybe if I made the screen bigger. Okay, that's better. Okay, now you ain't got now you don't have the black lines there. I had a broadcast commitment for baseball and completely forgot about it when I told you, hey man, thumbs up, I'll do it. But I know a couple of weeks ago you asked me to be on and I had a schedule conflict, but always a pleasure, Jack. Adam, great seeing you guys. Always a pleasure to be on Jack Dodson.
I like how you said that and it froze on you. I like that, how that works.
Did everything froze? Did everything freeze on my promo for you guys?
Yeah.
I wanted to say, let me start over. I was going to say thank you, Jack. Known you for a number of years. Appreciate what you do. Adam Wellbrock is becoming a very well young announcer, building up his resume. You mentioned Scott Shive, Brandon Brown, and Sobo. Me and Scott Shive called a lot of iRacing broadcasts together, so I'm so happy to see where my buddy from Mississippi is at in Sobo. But always a privilege, pleasure to join you, man. And thanks for having me on. It's been a couple of years.
It's been a while, but man, let me tell you something. I follow you. You are doing everything. I think you go back and forth, Wake County, all these other places that you go to, plus baseball. I don't know what else you do.
What else do you announce?
Well, right now I'm at a baseball stadium. I do football. We do basketball, lacrosse, soccer. I mean, I love all sports, and I love being able to make a living calling sports. And obviously, shameless plug for my company, CRN. We do a really good job. And of course, with the radio stuff, we've started to venture in to this video streaming stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, Jack, I might have to call you for some pointers. This stuff's pretty damn hard. I think I got radio down pat perfectly, but this video stuff can be a little hectic sometimes. I was wondering if I had the rabbit on the wheel correctly calling you from my car. So yeah.
Hey Wesley, you're probably barking up the wrong tree talking to me. The blue doesn't win this thing. I mean, it's just a complete win every week. But it's a good thing for us. I mean, it's really good. So we're doing well with it. So.
Well, it's great to see what you guys are doing, obviously, and I follow the same sentiments of all your guests as well as longtime friend Brandon Brown. People don't remember this or don't know this, or maybe they do, but me and Brandon Brown not only worked at North Wilkesboro together, but the first time I ever announced with him was right before the racetrack revival for Flow Racing. We were at a storm in Virginia and a tornado touchdown 2 miles from the racetrack, and poor Brandon Brown is working pit road with a funnel cloud behind him. And I was in the press box with the Ultimate Super Late Model Series. This was at Virginia Motor Speedway, and I'm sure Brandon will remember that day. That was probably a day I'll never forget. That was during the King of the Commonwealth at Bill Sawyer's racetrack. But awesome guests of people that you have, man. And being able to do what I've done for 30 years, Jack and Adam and Scott, it's been a blessing. First off, thanks to God. Without God, we're nothing. If anybody don't like that, sorry. I base God in everything I do in my life, and the path that I've had, the good, the bad, the ugly, the mistakes, the life lessons learned, and the successes have come from that. And I always try to find a positive from a negative. And I think that's what's blessed me to be able to get to do what I've done. Right. It's been a fun ride. It has. And I love doing it. I love doing it, Jack. Love racing, love where the sport is heading. I wish we could work on a way to, build car counts at some of these weekly tracks. Yeah. But obviously, I think it's a lot to do with the way the world is now. Cost of living is more important than going to a race. But hang in there and keep supporting keep supporting what we love, our passion. And I think we're going to get there and have a lot more. And listen, it's not all tracks that are struggling. There's some places that are successful. Love to Bill Mullis and Chuck Hall and you guys at Langley. Wake County Speedway, a place I'm a part of. I did Caraway this past Sunday for their lid lifter of the 61st season opener. And Jack, they had the biggest car count they've had there in 5 years. You normally don't go to an opening race and have 16 late models for your first race of the year, and it's not a big show. So they're doing something right. They're doing something right.
Yeah. Well, I think we are on an uptick. I mean, I think as a whole, I know we got some dips and valleys here, but I think as a whole, I feel like we're, NASCAR's on an uptick. They have been for the last few years. I think as a whole, I think we're on an uptick, and the future's bright. I think. So Wesley, how many races and games do you call a week?
you gonna ask me that question? Let's see. Let's just keep this week's itinerary in line. Let's see. This morning or yesterday, I had a radio show to do in the morning locally in Smithfield. I had an iRacing broadcast I did at 9 o'clock for NASRA. I got up at 4:30 this morning and did the Australian NASCAR series. They actually are 15 hours time difference. So 8 o'clock at night for them is now in America in the morning there. So, and then I've done a doubleheader baseball game. I'm here in Fuquay Arena right now. Tomorrow I have lacrosse to do. I have iRacing to do at 9 o'clock. I've got the state championships for basketball I've got to do this week up until Saturday. And then Saturday, I will be at Caraway with Bob Dillner and Alan Todd doing the Tour Type Modified Open Wheel Showdown they're having. So, yeah.
I don't know how you ain't as skinny as Adam here. All that running around.
Hey, I eat good. That's all I'm going to tell you. I eat good.
I'll tell you what, I don't know how you keep up with all that. And I mean, you go from one thing to another. I mean, you have to study some of that stuff somewhere along the line.
Oh yeah. A lot of people misconstrue and think that you just get on a microphone. And Adam Wellbrock, you can testify to this, my friend. Even the young guy yourself, you got to prep and prepare. We're all human. We're all going to make mistakes, right? But you want to try your best to have your stuff right and be able to put out a good broadcast or a public address job or radio or television, and yes, I do take the time to study. I take the time to prep. I take the time to prepare. I look at notes. I look at stats. I'm a stat guy, man. That's one of my favorite things is looking at numbers, looking at statistics of the history of people, whether it's calling at bats and percentages and run hits, grand slams like I'm doing right now when I get back on the radio call for baseball, or keeping up with top 5, top 10s, top 20s, DNFs, qualifying records, and wins. You name it. So numbers are important, and I think that's why I was pretty darn good in math and was very good at English.
Well, I tell you what, you are amazing at what you do, and how much.
Well, thank you.
How much you work and you cross all the sports and everything. I've watched some of your stuff, and I mean, some of your other stuff other than racing. But that's really, I mean, that's cool that you're right on top of the game no matter what. I mean, that's just the way it is.
That's why Chuck doesn't call us to do anything, Jack, because we don't study like that. We just like this show, we just wing it.
Hell, there was a time where Chuck actually just pressed buttons and did everything on the fly too, but he won't tell y'all that back in the old Race Talk radio days.
That's true.
And you know what? You want to talk about how old I am? I was doing interviews with Chuck Hall back in the day on Race Talk Radio. So that's how far I go back.
Wow.
That's gracious.
I might not have said that.
Yeah, I don't know if I've done that either. Well, Wesley, we appreciate you being with us. I know you got to get back to what you were doing, and man, we'll hopefully we'll see you somewhere along the line this year, and we'll have a chance to talk.
I know tonight's the highlight of his career.
It is always a pleasure to join you guys, and obviously, man, I mean, I don't know if there's any racing question you want to ask me. I got some more time if you want to. You know, I got two people that are calling the game in my absence right now. It's not like it's the dreaded radio dead air. So, I mean, if there's something you want to ask me about racing real quick, we can. I mean, I just really feel that, you know, tracks. I do everything, guys. I met Adam at a cars tour race last year, right? It's the first time I met him at Jacksonville, and Jack, our paths cross back and forth all the time as well. And I just love the camaraderie of people that work hard, of announcers. I don't want to get on a soapbox or go on down a wrong path or rabbit hole, but I have to say, and I'm sure Adam will say he agrees or disagrees, or he'll say, I'm not going to open this door with Wesley. But as somebody that's done this 30 years, I feel like I have a right to say it. There's some people that are in this industry that I don't know why they do what they do. I don't know how they got into doing what they're doing. And then there's some that really work hard, and they don't get the breaks, or they don't get the credibility, or they don't get the shots that they deserve.
For sure.
And I'm not speaking on behalf of women or men. It goes both ways, in my opinion. And I just feel like there's people out there that want the glory of being an announcer or doing what we do for a career, but they don't want to put the work in. They don't know the job that goes behind it. And they'll undermine somebody, or they'll back talk, you know, they'll be, I've always said this: if you don't like me, you don't like me. Okay. And I know I got enemies out there, Jack, and I really don't care. I really don't care. Right. Don't act like you're my friend and talk junk about me behind my back. Don't stick the knife in when you act like you're giving me a hug. That's how I feel about it. And I just feel like there's some of this stuff in our industry. I mean, and I'm speaking on what I do for a career. There's a lot of people that do what we do, and they don't need to be doing it. And I don't know how they did it, but they're doing it. And then there's others that work hard and they get kicked to the side. And hopefully, I'll just want to tell those guys and gals out there that feel like that. I feel that way sometimes. Don't give up. Find a way to just keep on pressing, keep on digging. And if it's meant to be, the stars will align, Jack, and Adam and anybody, and you're going to get your opportunity. You're going to get your shot, because I believe drivers, announcers, players, I don't care who you are, it's only going to take you so far. And if you can't do it, and you can't back it up, as my daddy used to always say, you're going to go to the back of the line. And I just hope I can do this for another 30 years, man, or God willing, however long it is. So I started at 13. I'm 42, Jack. We have great conversations. We chat. It is the Adams. It is the Scott Shives. It is the Brian Whites. It is people like that, the Ryan Pittmans, the people that I look up to that are really trying hard, that they're going to keep this going, right? I don't know how long I'm going to keep doing this. I might wake up tomorrow and say I retired. I'm going to go join Jack on Bill Mullis's boat in the Tidewater region, right? Shout out to our buddy Bill, man. I got nothing but love for Bill Mullis. So, but I just feel like, I just feel like sometimes, you know, what's that old quote? Good guys sometimes finish last, right? I mean, I see the way our world is. I see the way our industry is. And sometimes, Jack, I just got to hold my head and just go like, I don't know why. I don't know what we're doing here. Sometimes I think, why am I doing this anymore? And then there's moments of working with great people like yourselves, or being around somebody that is uplifting, and I say, this is why I've done what I've done for 30 years.
That's right. I agree with you. Hey,
We got one question. It's going to put you on the spot. He said, what's your favorite sport to call?
It's racing. It's racing. I mean, racing was the first thing I ever done. Motorsports is my favorite. If it's not racing related, it's football, hands down. But then I'm so damn worn out from the whole season of calling football and basketball and everything fast paced that I enjoy a sunny 70-degree spring afternoon like today in Fuquay Arena, just putting the feet up and calling a baseball game.
there you go.
Balls and stripes. You know, so the balance is there, but it's racing, man. I mean, racing's my first passion. That's how I started announcing when I was 13, and it's racing. I can't believe I've done it that long. I tell people jokingly, Jack Dawson, I come around where there was the starting of the internet, but I still wasn't lazy to get pad and paper and index cards if I needed to, right? So I still got a bunch of index cards and papers of races of the past, and I still have the computer stuff. I love them Google Docs, you know. So yeah.
Wesley, we appreciate it, and we'll be talking to you again. We'll run into you somewhere down the road, and so have a good time and enjoy yourself.
Hey, can I give some plugs real quick like Brandon did? I'm not a promoter, but I'm an announcer. We've got Wake County Speedway, the Bull Bash Winter Series, round number 3. That starts Saturday. They'll be at Wake County Speedway. Go check them out. Cars Tour at Wake County, March 28th. Smart Modifieds, April 24th. Season opener for Friday Night Thunder, April 3rd. Caraway Speedway this Saturday. Bob Dillner and myself are calling the race, and it will be the, of course, tour type modifieds. And if that's not enough, I love my dirt too. Dirt Car Modified Mafia Season 4 as their series announcer. It fires up for World Racing Group at County Line on March the 21st. Go to WesleyOutland.com and you can see all the details and information. Thank you, Jack. Love you, brother. Adam, guys, all y'all, take care.
Take
We'll
care,
talk to
Wesley.
you soon, man.
Appreciate you, buddy.
See ya.
He's got his own website, man. Big time right there. But I'll tell you what.
Like Eddie Clark said, he's on the Chris Rice energy.
All right, now, Allie Owens. There she is.
Hi.
What's up, Allie? How you doing?
I was hoping you'd be here tonight.
Listen, I'm not in the closet this time. I'm on the back porch, so I've progressed.
How long did it take you to get into the house?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I found out that my kids broke my actual lock, so we had to fix that. So it was a whole process. Nothing short of chaos in my life. It's fine.
But you've got a lot going on in your life. I've been paying attention to it. You got ball games and all kinds of stuff that you're involved with, and trying to get your racing career going. So tell us how all that's going.
I literally just texted my mom and said, I think you're going to have to go get Addison from cheerleading because it's I may not make it there on time. It's crazy. I have literally tried to analyze my thought process because I honestly thought like Daytona would come, we would race, and then we would be done. And then life can kind of get back to normal because I do have a daughter in competitive cheerleading, a daughter in competitive volleyball, and a toddler. And I don't think I thought the whole thing through when I was like, let's just continue this pattern of racing and then try to put Talladega together on top of it. Oh, by the way, I'm also a sole custody single mom who has to work full time. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. You know what? There's probably too many concussions in this head to think straight at this point. I don't know.
I'm sure we can find a few more things for you to do.
Right? Like, seriously, I have no idea. We're actually getting on a plane tomorrow. I talked to my parents. So what's funny is a lot of people don't know this, but my parents and my brother, so my support system to help me with my kids, are all going to be on a cruise during Talladega. So I'm loading up my 3 children, my 10-year-old niece, my best friend, and we're driving the motorhome by ourselves with 4 kids to Talladega to go race. So
I hope you record all this and make an episode.
I literally in my head was like, you know what? I should contact La Mesa, who we bought the RV from, and be like, hey, you should sponsor my Talladega race because this is going to be absolutely entertaining to watch me try to take four kids to Talladega. This is nuts.
So tell us about Daytona. I mean, it was not the greatest thing out there, but you were really running good at one point in that race. So tell us about that.
So I actually I know my strengths. So my strengths would be put me in a super speedway, put me at Pocono, put me at Michigan, or Salem. Like those were always my strengths in ARCA car. And I think a lot of what happened at Daytona is just a ton of experience at super speedways and doing all the wrong things before. Like I know what not to do. A lot of those people out there really don't know what that feels like until you go out there and then you sit there and be like, man, I would have done this different. And Mark Gregory, my spotter, hands down was the perfect fit for me because he was telling me clear high, clear low, do whatever, like choose, like run your race. And I think I've heard a lot of like talk about spotters, and my spotter said to do this, and my spotter said to do that. And it stresses me out because at the end of the day, you're a driver. Like the spotter's there to help you, but not to drive the car for you. And Mark really gave me the freedom to do that. He was like, hey, this is what I'm seeing on the bottom, this is what I'm seeing on the top. And then I came over the radio on the backstretch as I'm getting bump drafted at 190. I was like, hey, listen, we're just not good on the bottom. Like, I got to get to the top. And he's like, well, the top's open if you want it. And he cleared me high, and then he would clear me back. Like, we just worked the draft really well. Like, we definitely did not have a car capable of pulling out like a nitro car and going to the front. Like, it was skill on the radio, skill on my behalf. And what was really cool is that Will was right in front of the Jumbotron. So as I'm on the backstretch, he's on the radio to Mark, put her closer, so that I can do some like arrow. So there was so much behind the scenes that people didn't know because we knew going into Daytona, we did not have a super speedway car. It was going to take driving to the front. And I feel like we did that before we blew an oil line.
Yeah. I mean, you were doing a good job at that point. I mean, I was watching and I thought you were going to come up with a good finish, but that oil line kind of put that behind.
Sucks.
But it was tough, you know, because a lot of people don't understand. Like, they're like, oh, you blew the motor. I actually didn't blow the motor. The motor's completely fine. With these cars, it's a whole cycle process. It runs, you know, you have the return line, and you have the oil going into it. It's just like a whole process. So the line that actually blew didn't even affect the motor at all. So, like, when I was going into turn one, I was off the brake. I was off the gas. I was just trying to coast the outside. But the oil line, where it got ruptured at, was right at the brakes in the wheels. And, like, there's just, at that point, it was just on ice. Like, there was no trying to save that car at all.
So now you're looking to go to Talladega. So tell us a little bit. I know you got some stuff going on trying to promote that.
Do we have a speedway car yet?
So I'm trying really hard, and I actually just talked to the team owner, and I was just like, listen, I'm like the worst blabbermouth. First of all, I'm a girl, so we always like to talk, right? And so I'm like, all right, I'm not going to say who I'm driving for, but I will tell you, as of 5 o'clock today, we have a complete game plan for Talladega. It's happening. We're going. And I would just say that if I'm going to be a tattletale, I would say just pay attention to who I'm going to these races with, and you'll kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together. And we're going to put an ARCA program together for Talladega and go out there and put a deal together to make it run up front. And that was one of the things too, like I was trying to explain to people, and it's really hard to do this. First of all, at Talladega, we don't qualify. ARCA cars do not qualify. It's based on points. So you're putting yourself in a bubble. Like, if you're not already solidified with a team, you got 1 through 40 to figure out how to get there. It's not like I'm going to go up and take a brand new team that's really awesome and go qualify up front. We don't qualify. So there's just a lot of things that are up against us. But I'm super excited. We were really trying to put this deal together. A couple things were like not really hitting on time. And I'm like, man, I'd rather just almost not go to Talladega if I'm not going to be in a car that can win, because I feel like I proved myself at Daytona that it might be 16 years later, but I can drive from 30th to 6th with no cautions. I can get there. I could get it done. So it's just been a really weird thing, but we finally got it done. So watch after we get back from Vegas. I am going to Vegas for the O'Reilly race, but not to race. Clarify that. To talk business, get everything solidified, but I will start announcing who I'm driving for next week.
And now I saw you were selling shirts, some shirts.
Yeah.
So How will we get a hold of them shirts? I mean, I like one of them myself.
So this was what was crazy. I had Fort Worth Screen Printing came on and helped me. They donated some shirts. They gave me some shirts that were pretty decently priced. So I bought a ton because I just didn't know. And then we got to Daytona and like I'm a one-man band and trying to do activation with my sponsors and everything else like that. Like I never even got a chance to pull my t-shirts out of the trailer. So I was like, man, I have all these shirts here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a great way because everybody keeps asking me for hero cards and shirts. I'm like, let's just fan fund this and get people involved with the racing and like get these shirts out into the public. And we raised $6,200 in a day just on Facebook Live for an hour.
Good.
So like that was huge. And I'm going to do it again. But you know, people don't realize I did this in 2011 to try to run the truck race, and I raised $32,000 from fans. I did it for Daytona. I raised 10 grand, and then I've already raised 6,000. Like, I think we can absolutely raise another probably 8, and then really be able to showcase the fans in the blue collar, because listening to the announcers that you just had on and like listening to like, you know, local dirt track racing and local asphalt racing is like, there's such a huge part of the history of the sport that's not being talked about enough. And it'd be so nice to not have to have a long list of sponsors to rattle off at Talladega and really focus in on what's important. And it is filling the grandstands at these local tracks and like having businesses get involved with like local racers and giving them opportunity to you know, drive race cars and live out their dreams. So I'm really hoping we get some more fan funding so that we can get to the track without having a ton of sponsors on board.
Well, when you do the shirts again or whatever you do, let me know.
Okay.
I want shirt. So I mean,
Fair enough.
So that'd be really cool to have. And you know we're pulling for you, so everything goes good for you this time.
I'm hoping so. I will tell you this. It's definitely a Ford. I've had really great conversations with Ford, just by talking about, you know, different things that I'm trying to do for the sport. And it's bigger than Talladega, I can tell you that. And we're working on a really cool announcement with the NASCAR media and just kind of setting out a precedent on where, you know, there's all this whole thing with like women in racing, and I'm a critic myself. Like, I don't think every girl that comes in that drives a race car is a race car driver. Like, I don't. I know that there's some that come in, but it's so hard when we're just blanketed with expectations as a whole. And I'm trying really hard to break that barrier and bring companies into the sport to fund the appropriate women in the sport to show that we can drive, but also it's a huge platform for business growth. Like, it's just a huge, and that's where my mind is. Like, listen, here's a story that my mom's probably not proud of, and she's probably watching this right now, but there was once upon a time I was sitting on the couch. I might have had a few beverages. I got on Facebook Marketplace and I found 6 go-karts for sale. I went and bought all 6. I didn't have a trailer, so I might have had another beverage, bought the trailer, and might have talked in 42 other friends of mine to also buy go-karts. And then my friend that has 5 acres turned his backyard into a racetrack. We had C mains. We had C mains. Let me just tell you. And I'm like, well, dang, if I could put on C mains. And when I tell you, like, we probably had 62 cars show up.
Wow.
We had C mains. If I could do that in somebody's backyard because Thanksgiving got a little bit too fun and Facebook Marketplace might have had a good deal, I'm like, man, if I could actually just like turn that on to the NASCAR world, who's so somewhat closed-minded to different concepts and out-of-the-box thinking. Like, I'm a blue-collar racer. Like, you put me in a pure stock on the dirt, I'll have just as much fun as run the Daytona 500. Like, the fame, the clout, all of that doesn't matter to me. I just like to go have fun at the racetrack. So I'm trying to reinvent the wheel, if you will, and bring a little bit more fun back into the sport, and we'll see where it goes.
I love it.
So far you've done that.
Yeah. How did your daughters like going to Daytona and seeing you as a celebrity? I'm sure they had to be like.
There's such a funny story to this.
They were like, my mom thinks she's somebody.
Oh my God, it was so funny. So first of all, my 7th grader, she goes back to school on Monday, and her science teacher was my science teacher. He pulls out one of my BMX jerseys from his like closet and was like, "Your mom autographed this when she was in my science class." And she said, "Mom, the whole class, he was just talking about your race. Then he put your race and your rec onto the projector and all this stuff." So that was my 7th grader. My 8th grader comes home and she's like, "Mom," she's like, "the lunch lady is such a fan. She gave me double food because she like." I was dying laughing. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so funny." So my kid got free food in the cafeteria and like a big hit in the science class. But away from that, I think honestly, truthfully, it resonated with them on why I'm so passionate about this racing stuff is because it was never real to them. Like my parents in their office, they have huge, massive, blown up pictures of me sitting on the outside pole with Joey Logano and Ricky Carmichael behind me at Daytona. And I'm like always showing them, like, my daughter's interested in, Supercross. I'm like, "Hey, that's Ricky Carmichael. Like, I out qualified him. Like, he's right there. Like, that's him on the racetrack." I was like, "That's Joey Logano." And they're like, "Yeah, whatever." And so, but I think for them to like see it was such a cool experience. And I think for me, like, yes, racing from 30th to 6th and showing everybody that I could still do it was so cool. But for my daughter to like be like, "Hey, Mom, can we do this again?" I was just like, "Oh yeah, that was it." That one little sentence from her was everything.
And then that's how Talladega started.
Yeah, and then I'm like, you know what? I didn't think this through. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have 4 kids, including a toddler, going to Talladega with like no babysitter. So then I'm like trying to call my cousin. I'm like, "Can you come to Talladega and babysit?" I'm like, who would have thought that this is the problem that I'm having? Is like, most people worry about sponsorship and spotters and all this stuff. And I'm like, who's going to watch the kids when I'm on the track? So that's what's happening.
Well, Allie, we appreciate you being with us. Glad we finally hooked up and got you to go on the show back. Got you back on the show.
Oh my gosh. When I tell you when I set 5 alarms, I had one like every 30 minutes because I was just like, I'm not missing it this time. I'm coming, I'm doing this.
Well, I'm glad you came out of the closet and everything's good. So
Thank you. I know. I moved from the closet to the back porch. It's great.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you again real soon, and maybe just like I said, let us know about the shirts and stuff so we can get one of those shirts from you.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you having me on. You guys do a great job. I'm so pro local track racing. You have no idea. My home track's New Smyrna Speedway. I grew up there, and then Volusia Speedway on the dirt. And I think it's a great thing you guys do because I think a lot of people miss out on the history of the sport, and it all starts at these local tracks. So great job to you guys.
Thank you very much, and we'll hopefully we can get back and talk to you real soon, and definitely after Talladega.
Yeah, good luck.
You don't even know the whole part of me coming on this. There's a little fine disclosure that you guys got to come watch the kids at Talladega. I know you didn't know that, but we have now concluded this interview. So that
All right, we'll send Adam down there.
all right, sounds good. Y'all have a good night.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
I work for free. That sounds like a great time. On the boulevard, man.
Can you imagine that? Like here, you're gonna find a babysitter while you're racing.
There are worse problems to have.
Tell me about it. Well, anyway, that's our show for tonight. A little bit long show, but it was a cool
They
show.
were on the chip tonight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And had Wesley on here, and wasn't sure where we were going to go with that too much.
I thought we were getting a sermon in a minute.
So anyway, next week, Mark Turner.
Oh no.
Mark Turner's going to be with us next week, and Hunter Morgan is going to be with us. He's one of Chase Dixon's drivers out on the out in the Kingsport area, that area. So we're going to have them with us next week, and I got a couple more I'm hoping for right now. And as we're getting ready to get started with the season here in Langley Speedway, coming up real soon.
Oh, yeah.
We do every year. We try to get Justin and everybody to come in here and talk about the upcoming season. So I'm working on that too. So we'll try to get that in here real soon.
Sweet. Yeah. Let's make sure apparently our Justin shirts are down in the thing there. We gotta get them before Justin comes on.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Well, what's
We'll
it?
have to wear 'em that night.
Tim says he's going to be here. Well, anyway, That's our show for tonight. Please like and share our show, and we will talk to you again next Tuesday night. And have a good week from Scott, Adam, and myself, and we'll talk to you again.
See you guys.